we want the bullets to destroy themselves. I also want to be able to shoot while I hold down spacebar, so it just keeps rapid firing. The way to do this is actually pretty simple. In our shoot a new fireball function, we're going to check in 100 milliseconds if I'm still holding down the spacebar, and if I am, I'm just going to do this function again. So this function will be kind of referring to itself. This is also known as a recursive function. If we go control flow if, and then from events under keyboard, if key is pressed, if the key spacebar is pressed, but we only want to be checking this if 100 milliseconds, when 100 milliseconds have passed, which is from control flow under time, 100 milliseconds, which is a tenth of a second. 100 milliseconds have passed. If spacebar is pressed, shoot a new fireball, which is from functions, shoot new fireball. Let's test that. So when I hold down the spacebar, it shoots a lot of these. Very cool. When we're playing the game and we enable debug mode by clicking this little bug icon down there, we can actually see state members. That tells us how many objects exist. See how I'm shooting a lot of these bullets? That number just keeps climbing, 60, 70, 80. If we have a lot of objects, the game will start to slow down a little bit. So we don't want that. We'll go and clean up these objects. First of all, if a bullet touches anything, we'll get it to make itself invisible and disable its physics. So that'll be from physics, when I'm touched, get toucher. We'll set its visibility to false and disable its physics. Set physics enabled false. That'll make it look like it's destroyed itself, but it won't quite destroy itself. What we'll do is we'll get it, when it creates itself, to wait 5 seconds and then destroy itself. That happens up here. When the bullet receives shoot, that's when it sets itself going. So we'll say after all of this, in 5,000 milliseconds or 5 seconds, as soon as I receive that shoot message, I'll wait 5 seconds, then I'll destroy myself. So that's from control flow up the top, destroy myself. So we play the game now. So the bullets hit something, they disappear, and then after 5 seconds they destroy themselves. And the way that we can tell that that's happening, if we check out how many state members there are, 13 now. I'm making a bunch, they're hanging around, and then 5 seconds pass, and that number goes down again because they're all destroying themselves. Very good.